Hi, everybody.
Try not to make it splash.
Yeah, don't you dare near my computer. I'm trying a different one. I don't have one of my B12 drinks. I'm doing a Celsius, and I just bought a random flavor because it sounded good. I love how like everybody wants to hear me open my Celsius.
It's so cool.
I'm saving the beer belly space for.
I've never actually.
Don't drink from it.
I'm not gonna drink from it. I'm just looking at it.
Just in case.
Because aren't some of these boozy? Aren't Celsius is boozy?
Wait, what?
No, not this one. So I thought some of them are. I don't know. I don't drink Celsius. I don't drink any of these things.
I like these kinds of drinks.
It's
got a lot of biotin in it.
Awesome.
And a good deal of B vitamins. This one. I don't know. Let's see how it tastes.
I never drink any of that stuff. I'm so bad.
I mean, there's probably some secret bad shit hidden in here somewhere.
I don't think it's hidden. I think it's on the can.
Or is that the point that these there's words I can't pronounce.
I was going to say, it's very known that those are not great for you.
I'm saving the boozy part of my belly for.
That's fine.
We'll for after. For after.
You think anyone will recognize us on the streets?
What?
Do you remember last time we were walking back from our place? Somebody recognized us from the show.
Oh, I do. I think literally had just watched the live show too or something. That was kind of nice.
It was very sweet.
That was nice.
Because
that made us happy.
I am very used to you getting recognized everywhere you go. I do not get recognized anywhere. That is just by virtue. The person saw you and was like, Perri, and then looked and saw me and is like, you too. And just they had a short meltdown for a minute and they just didn't know what to say and just walked away. And I was like,
delightful.
Hilarious.
Whoever that is, I hope you're out there watching again. Hello. All right. What we got going on? We're going to, at the very least, wow, Haunted Autumn, you have been busy for a while in here. We're going to talk about The Exorcist and also Knives Out 3. And then we're going to leave it to you. So drop questions because we'll take as many live stream questions as we can.
It's a really, really slow week for opening movies. I mean, that said, it was a great fucking week for horror openings. Our new movies were In a Violent Nature and What You Wish For. No one is talking about What You Wish For, and I had to delay.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's a Nick Stahl movie. And
that played at Fantastic Fest.
Exactly. It played Fantastic Fest. I had a good time with it. Nick Stahl plays a private chef who gets hired to be the private chef for an exotic location dinner. Mm-hmm. And he has it's a horror movie, so you can let your brain run with where that goes. It's probably right what you're thinking, and I thought it was pretty nifty. So those two came out, and then also First Omen on Hulu and Stop Motion on Shudder. So amazing, great week to be a horror fan for streaming and new releases. But everything else, there was nothing else coming out.
Well, we had the bum weekend last weekend at the box office.
But that at least had big releases, quote unquote. At least had, there were just no titles this week. Everyone held. Summer
camp is a thing. Young Women in the Sea.
That's fair,
I thought Young Woman in the Sea was excellent. I would highly if you're looking for something to see in the theaters this weekend and it's playing near you, and I emphasize that because it is a limited release in theaters.
Yeah.
If it is near you, go see it. That is such an inspiring story, and it's one of those true stories that feels like it's been forgotten, and it's so well worth being aware of, and it's so moving, and Daisy Ridley's so good. It's also just extremely well shot. I thought that movie was above and beyond what I was anticipating.
That's Disney, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct? Okay, yeah. So that'll be on Disney Plus. I hate to say.
Yeah.
I hate to say that's a D plus for me.
That's what.
Yeah.
The studios are doing to the business. Why?
Okay, you always yell at me for doing some dumb shit, but you're fine. You didn't hit anything.
I'm gonna get it off the floor at least.
Yeah. Look at how radioactive yellow it is.
I was going to say, now I don't want to drink it anymore.
I just like how I wasn't the one who did this first and you were after how many years?
Okay, I know. I'm going to go. Is it on you?
No. You missed me completely. I promise. We're okay.
Get the carpet cleaner so my carpet doesn't turn radioactive yellow now.
All right. Well, Perri gets the carpet cleaner. I'm going to go through some comments.
I feel like you're making fun of me for having a carpet cleaner.
No, well, I mean, the fact that you're doing it right now is kind of hilarious to me on a middle of a live stream. But first one.
If I leave it there, it's gonna stain.
Yeah, that will stain. Yeah, that color is not natural.
No.
I love how we're talking about all the weird shit in that can, and then the most bright
this
yellow.
was sponsored
fucking...
by urine removal.
All right, well,
This
it's
is
not.
what happens when you have.
It might be urine, actually.
Yeah.
It is the color
I mean,
of urine.
it could be.
Anyway, Haunted Autumn. Sorry, I really just love Mike Flanagan. Lol. Yeah, a lot of people do. You shouldn't apologize for that. That is a good thing. Fight the stain. On my way to go see In a Violent Nature. I am glad. And thank you for listening to our podcast earlier. I remember your avatar, and I appreciate your support of what we do on Certified Forgotten.
Okay, I think I got it.
Did you get it?
I think so.
Love the shirts. Thanks, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
I love our shirts too. Roosevelt's, my favorite new shirt company. I wear these to every IGN shoot I do because like when you do like the IGN studio shoots and stuff like that, like you can't have like actual characters or a Rucking Fountain shirt or something like that. So like Roosevelt has become just my go-to and they're so comfy. Look them up. Roosevelt's minus all of the vowels. So you figure that out on your own. I don't know the actual letters there off the top of my head.
Now I'm all out of breath from going up and down the stairs.
Thoughts on Godzilla -1 dropping worldwide on Netflix tomorrow. Already on Netflix in some countries today. But
cool.
It's hitting Netflix tomorrow in the US? Is that true? I was not aware of this. If it is true, I also question. I did just get my Godzilla -1 vinyl from Mondo though.
That took a while.
It did, yeah. Ian got his today and posted it in our Certified Forgotten Slack. And I laughed because I'm like, I didn't even get a shipping notification. So I guess I just missed my shipping notification and it showed up today. So God bless. But
Ian also got the coolest photo at the Screamcast. Did he show you?
I don't think so. No. With the
Ian, you
cast?
have to show Matt. Yeah, it's a good photo. It's really cool.
So
He's got some really I forget what horror con he went to, but makes me really want to go to a horror convention. I can't believe I've never been to one.
So I am skipping going to Fantasia Film Festival in person this year, and I'm going to do Midsummer Scream when it comes.
Are you really?
It's later July.
Is it during Comic-Con?
I do not think it's during
can't be during San Diego Comic-Con.
I don't think
dumb.
it is. Yeah, I don't think it is. So, yeah, if you want to do a con, I would happily. I've never done one either. I've never done one either, and I want to go to a horror con and do it all out.
I would go.
So
especially,
Midsummer.
It's probably the week before Comic-Con, I would imagine.
I would think so.
What is it called? Midsummer Scream?
Yeah, Midsummer Scream.
Let's find out.
It's down in Long Beach, just for Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I don't see any.
Its date should be a little more prominent.
Godzilla -1 arrived on Netflix and numerous
international
markets.
It's during San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, it really is. It's right over it. It sucks.
That blows. Oh, that blows. That makes me disappointed. But I'm also really excited for San Diego Comic-Con. What are you looking up now?
I see no confirmation on that Godzilla -1 post, so I wouldn't get our hopes up that -1 is hitting US Netflix. It's hitting international, but those rights are all different. So I think there's going to be still some wait, unfortunately. Oh, I have a friend, Rick, the friend that you Monster Palooza.
I have the piece downstairs. It sits on my desk. I love that thing.
Rick's at Monster Palooza right now.
Oh. Like right now?
This weekend.
Oh, cool.
It is this weekend, but
that's cool.
Or is it next weekend? It's one of the weekends. This one or next one.
I know there's the Buffy one.
Oh yeah, Dorina. Yeah, Dorina wants to go to that one. Hell yeah.
Did you do either of these?
I did the first one.
Which one?
Told
Wiley's?
No, Haunted's.
Haunted's?
I said a Haunted should not apologize for loving my client.
Yeah, ever. Wiley says, still prepping for my panel. I am moderating, but still need help. My panel is about music and film, but some of the people are not directly involved. How do I ask questions for people that are not involved?
That's an interesting one.
My panel is about music and film. Wiley, add in the live chat what exactly you mean by they're not directly involved.
I take that to mean that like they're not actual composers and stuff like that. If I'm correct, I'm reading that as in it's a panel and you'll be asking questions about music and film and composing and film, but these people are not actual composers and
they're just music and film enthusiasts. Maybe?
Clarify a little further, Wiley, and we will answer.
Absolutely. I'm curious.
Yeah, I just want to
Here
make
it
sure I'm
is.
answering that one correctly.
Yeah.
Have you binged Cretaceous yet?
No.
No, me neither. I know I'm so far behind on so much.
I can't yet. I want to so badly, and I keep hearing good things, and I'm gonna love it. And I just have so much other work to do. I have so much other stuff to binge.
I'm just looking at the reactions.
Oh yeah.
I'm really curious about In a Violent Nature reactions, and especially ones like this, because I like. Sorry, my review is on Daily Dead. It is a positive review. I liked it, and I'm not going into any spoilers. I just want to react to this comment because the biggest thing when I saw it and I walked away at Sundance, I was like, "This is a cool experiment."
Mm-hmm.
But that ending, I think, is such a momentum killer. I think, for me, everyone who says this is like a 10 out of 10, the best movie they've ever seen, and the new reinvention of slashers we've been waiting for. I can't get on board with that because the ending, I feel like, betrays the experiment so much. So I'm actually curious to see more people say that like they actually thought the ending was good and whatnot. Like it's one of those things where I know my taste and I know why I had my reaction to it. I actually thought In a Violent Nature was going to be received pretty mediocre. I'm not gonna say poorly, but like mediocre by general audiences.
Okay.
So
I got to get to watching that.
At some point. It's not on Shudder yet, so you have to
a different binge to do on.
I have a whole binge this weekend. Yeah, I got to binge this whole
weekend. I got a lot of binge watching to do. I feel like I'm slowly adding things up, and I just re-binged all of season 1 of House of the Dragon because that's coming up again. I desperately needed a refresher too. I remembered the broad strokes of the story, but we watched that 2 years ago now.
Yeah, that was 2 years.
And I'm not super well read on the source material, so there was family tree type stuff that I totally forgot about.
Yeah, there's a binge I'm very excited to do this weekend, but I didn't think I had to do it this weekend, and now my work schedule is just fucked. Okay. I have got a full on thingies I can't talk about. What I can talk
you'll
about.
tell me later.
Wait, can I talk about it? I polished off another Blu-ray special feature this week, which is just it was very funny because at the beginning of this year, one of my goals was just to get I don't know what. I just wanted to have a Blu-ray special feature in my name, whether that was a film commentary or an essay or something. And I said that at the beginning of the year. Within a month or two, I had my first that I definitely can't talk about, which is a video essay, but that's very cool. That was a dream one that I got, and that opened the door. And now, literally, I have 6 unannounced Blu-ray special features coming to different Blu-rays that I just can't talk about until
I have so many questions. I'm not going to ask you this live, but I have so many questions after.
It's been a fruitful thing.
That's awesome.
Also, I want to do another documentary, and I messaged a documentary, and I'm going to do another documentary spot. So that's cool too. Things are.
You've been busy.
Good. Things are good.
You've been busy. Want to do this
doing
one?
Things I can't say.
Well, I'll jump to the Jurassic one. I'm loving how the cast is shaping up. I never finished Fellow Travelers. I watched a couple episodes for voting season, but I gotta do the full binge on that one. But I'm excited. I'm excited for him joining the movie. And
there's a few. I was going to count them off. There's actually
okay. Wait, was Mahershala Ali today?
That was today.
Yeah,
Mahershala was
I like
today.
that.
Tobin Bell.
Oh fuck! I completely missed that. That's really cool.
And the fucking baby reindeer guy.
No way, Richard Gett.
I swear to God, they both got announced at the same one.
Living
I don't.
Under
So
a
I
rock?
was just going to ask though: are they announced or were they rumored? Because that's my thing. I keep seeing.
Well, that's the same thing with all the Knives Out shit. As I keep trying. So the trades are reporting that Mahershala Ali is circling new Jurassic World sequel. So that's not a done deal, but
so
I would like to think if he's circling, it's going to happen.
Look up Tobin Bell and Richard Gett because that was the one I just saw a few days ago.
Interesting. Tobin Bell. It's incredible how I can't spell on the phone. Rumors.
Yeah, so it's all
Tobin Bell rumored to star. And then I think Richard Gett would be in the same
because the announcement I saw had both of them.
That would be great casting. The only thing that's starting to make me nervous with all the names we're saying is don't bloat that ensemble to the point that really great actors don't get an arc.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Well, I mean, as much as we love Tobin Bell and Saw, I don't think Tobin Bell's getting a huge role in a new Saw movie. Or sorry, a new Jurassic World movie.
But there's ways to give him something meaningful. Also, I feel like he's obviously done other work beyond the Saw franchise, but I feel like the last Saw movie really gave him an opportunity to like prove that he's got some serious acting chops. So I'd really love to see another big movie too, give him an opportunity to, you know, like capital A act.
No, I agree with that. No, not yet.
I will. That's one of the binges that's on the horizon for me. I will do that very soon.
I was going to say, that is my upcoming binge, and you will hear the embargo breaks on the 11th, so you will not hear anything until...
the embargo isn't until the 11th.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got more time than I thought. I'm a little less panicked now.
Yeah. I see. I'm more panicked because I thought I had another work week in between now and then, and I looked at the calendar. That's not how calendars work. So I was like, "Oh fuck, no!" There's 5 less days I thought I had, so I need to jump on some things.
Yeah,
I also saw a Netflix movie I can't talk about yet. That is hilarious.
A Netflix movie that you can't talk about yet.
I just keep teasing things.
I just want a hint.
No.
I just want a hint.
No.
I can play this game too. I can play this game too. Today, I saw a movie that I think is one of our more anticipated movies of the year.
Ooh, I have immediate thoughts that I will hold until later.
I can do it too.
This is a live stream just saying we saw shit, and we're never going to tell you what the fuck it was. Have fun.
Like to each other too.
Just torturing each other.
Right. Flanagan managed to do a sequel to The Shining that King loved and was also faithful to the books and the Kubrick film. If anyone can do justice to a classic like The Exorcist, Flanagan is the person. Love you both. We love you too, Haunted Autumn. Thank you for being here and for filling the chat tonight with some exciting messages and some very accurate ones.
I was going to say, do we want to jump into
it?
Okay.
I'll jump into it.
The only thing I will say is Wiley did answer, so we can wrap up Wiley's.
Okay, let's go back to Wiley, and then Haunted Autumn will come right back to this topic.
So I was right. That's what I thought.
There is a vocal coach, actor, sound supervisor, and a random music manager.
Okay.
And it's a
panel on music and film. I mean, okay, so... Going back, so panel on music and film. I'm going back here, so we have this really quickly. So they're a vocal coach, actor. I mean, so that's the thing. You can ask. The way I would approach it, being on a panel and having it be about music and film, but having it be a vocal coach, actor, all these things. Like, I mean, you can ask the actor how like comfortable they are doing musical numbers, and like, is that a thing you look at in scripts, and like, how do you approach that? Sound supervisor, you know, how does that influence your day to day? Where it is just a standard film versus a musical that you have to keep up with. Music manager, how do you pick the fucking songs in a like stuff like that? Like
a random music manager.
A vocal coach is pretty simple. Like asking the vocal coach, like, hey, when you work with actors, like, is it a given that they can sing, or like how does that go into like your approach and stuff like that?
I'm like curious about this panel. Like I'm just curious about like the topic and how these 4 individuals align with it. Like I would have to imagine that actor has had some maybe like movie musical experience or something.
I mean, Pierce Brosnan, Mamma Mia. Like it happens.
We're just making it up right now. It's Pierce Brosnan.
Right. But I mean, like I guess that's the thing in my head. Like for a musical number or something like that, like music and film, stuff like that. Like, does that come into play? Are you actually what are you casting for? Are you casting for the person on screen, how they look? Are you actually casting someone who can sing?
Casting director.
No, I'm sorry, I'm saying, but like, is the movie casting someone who looks good on screen or can sing? And then it becomes the vocal coach's problem.
Oh,
I do. Like, that's how I think. The actors also look 15. Oh God.
No, Wiley, don't let that worry you. I love
tee them up like a regular.
I mean, I'm not just bullshitting you. I genuinely mean this. And especially because I've had such wonderful experiences with a range of people on Ladies Night. Yeah. I love interviewing everyone and anyone. There is something special about interviewing someone on the younger side who's just kicking off their career, and they just have this, I don't know, like infectious enthusiasm, and often
they haven't been tainted by the industry yet.
Well, I mean, they haven't been I mean, it depends what scale the project is, but sometimes you have someone coming in with like their whole heart and no filter and just a lot of love and enthusiasm for what they're doing. So that
they haven't been tainted by the industry yet.
Could be a wonderful thing. Well, no, I mean, it's not necessarily tainted by the industry because I've interviewed a lot of actors who've been at it for years, and it's less being tainted by the industry and more like shaped and strengthened by it, where they find their voice in a purposeful manner as they gain more experience. Yeah, but like I'm not blind to how this industry.
Oh no,
sometimes
like that,
I know why you say that.
No, we are the opposite in some ways, the way we view things, and I feel like it is good to get both of us because you get my cynicism over here, your cheery optimism over here, and then we meet somewhere in the middle when we get to an answer.
Yeah,
so like that's how it works.
You get a good balance. You get a good balance on the Merri Hour.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck this world. She's like, hey, it's not that bad.
I mean, it's got its highs and lows, that's for sure. It's
got its ups and downs, the roller coaster of life.
Back to
Haunted.
Flanagan.
Now we can do this. Yeah. I mean, here's my thing.
Mike Flanagan, I trust.
Not only in Flanagan, I trust. I think my favorite Flanagan movie is a fucking sequel to a dog shit horror film. So talking about Ouija, like he took the first Ouija was so bad. The first Ouija was inexcusably PG-13 bullshit. And it was one of the worst horror experiences I've had in a theater. Ooh. So for Flanagan to come out and be like, cool, I'll do the sequel. And it's like, okay, interested, but why would you want to jump on this franchise, let's say, or this series? And he comes out and just makes an absolute fucking banger. Like he took something that was at its lowest and found all the good parts about it. And we're talking about a prequel, all these other things too. So like, I don't know, his back was against the wall with that movie. And he ended up making something that was so scary, so engaging. It made Ouija actually watchable again. Like, I'm just forever indebted in that. Here's my thing, though. I'm also not a Dr. Sleep fan. So, like, I am not a Dr. Sleep fan.
Dr. Sleep.
I am. I couldn't tell. I struggle with Flanagan's. I struggle with Flanagan's filmmaking, weirdly enough. Not television. I think he directs amazing, and writes and directs amazing television. I struggle with Flanagan a little bit in his features, and I don't know why. It is not something I want to do. I just have a barrier sometimes where, like, Hush, fine. Like other things he directed, fine. Where everyone like goes God tier immediately, though. I can't get there, and I think again, his Ouija movie is. I take it back. No, I am the lone defender of Before I Wake.
Oh,
I think Before I Wake is his best movie with Ouija right under it. Hot fucking flaming take.
No. I don't love his Ouija movie. Yeah. That's not my favorite film on his filmography. Yeah. But I think one thing is true of every movie he makes, whether I love it or just think it's okay. I do think there is always a certain level of proficiency, if not above. Yes. And I always think there is always a unique and purposeful story that he's trying to tell. And I always think that you care about what he's making. And I feel like that quality above all other filmmaking qualities, I feel like that elevates a film to a certain level. I
just feel like when he has the television space to do it, he does it so well. And I feel like when it gets truncated, sometimes it struggles. But again, that's me.
Well,
that's not you. That's just me.
If they're bringing him in and they have the Exorcist rights, maybe he came in with a multi-film pitch. I actually didn't.
Oh, so here's the thing. He is doing a kooky zany in the way that like David Gordon Green's start is dead. It is fucking gone. I know. Like that's gonzo. We are getting a brand new start.
A radical new
that's
take.
Right. Sorry, not kooky zany.
Kooky zany. I'll take the kooky zany version.
Yeah, no, it's a radical new start. So basically, they're scrubbing David Gordon Green from the record. He is gone.
I mean,
I disagree. I disagree because I think.
Oh no!
I think Green laid.
I'm still with you. We're definitely not Exorcist believer haters. I don't think parts of the film work at all, but other things I thought were good about it. But I don't think you can continue that franchise and let Flanagan do Flanagan while being beholden to anything David Gordon Green did.
Sorry, I do. I am legitimately bummed though because David Gordon Green was promised 2 movies minimum. And that's what he looked at. And I think he did that both positively and negatively. But the next movie was where the meat of his story was going to come in. And that's not how you build a successful franchise, because I harp over and over again, make your first movie good enough to actually let a second one do well. But at the end of the day, I was excited to see where that went. And I liked where it was going. So I am moderately bummed that we're not going to see the next film in Green's thought process.
If there was anything that could get me re-excited for the Exorcist film franchise
it was a different
being
fucking...
rebooted, no, it's specifically Mike Flanagan. He is one of those top tier filmmakers. Yep. I mean, actually, given what we're talking about tonight, two of the filmmakers in this business I trust more than just about anyone: Mike Flanagan and Rian Johnson. I would take any movie, any franchise I'm obsessed with, and confidently put it in their hands always.
No, I get that.
And I think both of them have great range and can handle just about anything. But obviously with Flanagan, a horror baby is something that I would be especially eager to hand him.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. And again, like I am excited for this. Don't get me wrong. Like whatever I've just said about Flanagan's feature filmmaking and my relationship with it, he still is. His command of tone and heart in horror and making these horrific things so deeply emotional, it is bar none. I get it.
Sorry, Gerald, you got it. It's good.
But like, yeah, like it is bar none. So like, I'm always gonna be excited. I find it odd when I go like Flanagan, the television director, versus Flanagan, the feature filmmaker.
I don't want to like take us off topic, but this is a great fucking idea. That was the joke for a little bit. Like, yeah, let him do it. Like a touch of his like signature murder mystery style.
No, let him do a stab movie. Like, let him do a stab movie within the Scream universe.
Let him do it.
Like, that would be amazing. Like, that would be the coolest fucking shit.
I would give them so much money I don't have for that.
Let him actually make a stab movie in the Scream universe and how that type.
Fuck.
Be fucking amazing.
I'm not gonna stop thinking about that now.
I mean, I would take Rian Johnson for anything. My Bloody Valentine for fucking. So that is actually for My Bloody Valentine would be great because the last two movies are in a slasher is a whodunit to a certain degree. Yeah. Same thing, but My Bloody Valentine and that is especially one that hinges on a mystery and it hinges on a whodunit, really hard structure. So I think that would be. Yeah, I think My Bloody Valentine, the next one.
I appreciated that.
The only way I'd be super stoked about this Blumhouse My Bloody Valentine would be if fucking Rian Johnson signed on.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
We talked about this already.
No, I know. Did you just say you wouldn't be happy?
No, the only way I would be super excited.
Oh, I thought you said wouldn't for a minute. I'm like, did I just hear everything?
No, if Rian Johnson got announced for fucking Blumhouse's My Bloody Valentine, I'd be over the moon.
Dude's gonna be busy with something else.
I doubt it would. I doubt it'll happen, but.
But back to Flanagan briefly. I just want him to make as many movies as he wants. I want him to make whatever he wants. I think he has earned it. I think the franchise is in good hands, and I think it's only going to get better because he stepped in.
I am signing up for whatever Flanagan does. There's never going to be a point where I don't sign up for it. So
yes, please.
I'm in on it. I think it was a brilliant choice. It's one of those things where I'd love to see his feature filmmaking not get shoehorned into other franchises, but at the same time, if someone can rescue, he's already proved he can. So fuck
that. Maybe we'll see Life of Chuck before, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, this dude can make a movie."
That's true. I know he can make a movie. I'm
so excited for that movie. I love that short story so much, and there's just like there's so much like human heart in that story. Things and ideas that I think, I don't know, I should probably only speak for myself when saying something like this, but ideas that I need in my brain right now, things that could make me feel maybe a little whole.
I get that.
I'm very, very excited. I'm just looking up as we
the
venture
full
in
cast list
because I can't remember.
Again, are they actually cast or are they rumors?
Okay, so I'm gonna look at this Variety article.
Okay, we know Daniel Craig, so that's
Daniel Craig. Duh. Josh O'Connor
confirmed.
It seems based on how Variety is wording it.
That.
In case you don't know, Josh. Oh yeah, we've moved on to Knives Out 3, Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah. I'm very excited about that movie. I love the other two Knives Out movies. I think Rian Johnson is crafting what could wind up being one of the very best film franchises of all time.
Yeah.
Also,
it's fucking wild, the rumors that have come out already. Like
I do like that rumor.
I love that one too. Same. Like I'm all in on both of those. Sorry, continue.
It's just it's pretty incredible what he's doing because I also feel like it's it's a sign he has achieved something special when casting for something is just so highly anticipated. And it's not
fucking crazy.
It's not like an adaptation or a reboot casting. Like we are casting installments of an original series that has an anthology format. So it's not like you're casting your favorite book you're fan casting your favorite book character.
100%.
Like we are fan casting original stories. That's just so cool. So Josh O'Connor, who was just in Challengers, and he's great. So I love that. Cailee Spaeny, who could do no wrong in my eyes. And I can't
wait for Alien. Sorry, off topic,
I'm
but still.
freaking out for Alien Romulus.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for that movie. And I just have a feeling I'm going to be more hyped about this casting after I see Alien Romulus, which, again, I have all the faith in the world. And Andrew Scott, a great, great pick.
I need a beer. Get out of here. Yeah, I'll be right back.
I love how I
continue going down the list. I wanted to go around,
but I'm able to get up to get carpet cleaner. Okay. So I said all Andrew Scott, All of Us Strangers, of course. Kerry Washington's great. Glenn Close.
Wait,
yeah.
Is that confirmed? I did not hear Washington or I missed it. I understand that.
I think these ones in the Variety article are. Oh, sorry. I have to get up again.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to go around. I don't want to knock your light out though.
That is the correct decision. Well, Kerry herself wouldn't confirm.
Right.
Let me just see the top of the article on how Variety teases this.
Andrew Scott instantly gives "he did it" vibes.
Original, blah, 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 blah. Knives Out is known for.
Hilarious.
See below who has been slated to join this latest chapter. So I feel there is some legitimacy to all of this. So Glenn Close, Jeremy Renner.
Renner was that one I think was confirmed.
Mila Kunis. Yeah, this is all what I've seen.
Yeah.
And Daryl McCormick. Yeah. I mean, this is all what I've seen that, was reported with proper sources.
Also Noah Segan.
Oh, well, he has to.
That's what he hasn't reported, but he's got to show up somewhere.
It's a rule.
Yeah, it
is a firm rule.
It is the rule of.
Oh, that's my favorite, so connectivity with all of his movies. But this is great. This is a really, really great group.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Who done it? Who do you think did it?
So far?
Yeah. Everyone's saying Jeremy Renner.
That's too obvious. I feel like that's the too obvious choice.
Yeah, you can't have two. But you can have two Avengers who done it. That's the thing. That's the thread. That's why people are saying it. I only just realized that. Damn it. No, it's not.
No.
It's not a superhero.
God, I love you, Cailee Spaeny.
Well, I love it if I do feel like if
that's the fun one.
If it's her, it would be an out of left field kind of feel compared to the last two movies. Yeah. I'm going Cailee Spaeny. She did it.
Well, I also think we're going to get more announcements.
I do too.
Yeah, I think we're still.
But one of these did it.
You think
one of these did it? Yeah.
I do like the Andrew Scott one too. Like he does give "I did it" vibes. I don't know why, but
they all give "I did it" vibes.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why it's great casting.
Who else do you want to see show up? I don't know why.
I really do like the Lindsay Lohan rumor.
Oh yeah, I do hope Lindsay shows up. That'd be a great addition. I don't know why, but I feel like Wyatt Russell would play. Like he'd have a lot of fun in that kind of movie. I'd like to see him in one of these. I would want to see him going back and forth on that stuff. Like I've just been looking at recent films, trying to think of
looking at this breakdown too from Time. They're phrasing it as these are the people.
Nice. Yeah, I was just curious. Honestly, that's I wasn't arguing.
No, but no, it's a worthwhile thing to bring up because too often things are reported so and so is in this movie
exactly, and we don't know.
In reality they're circling, they're rumored. There's a lot you got to pay close attention to the phrasing if you want the real deal news. I'm just making sure that this list is exactly the same, and I believe it is.
Emma Roberts, Kyle just said.
Yeah, Emma Roberts would be great. So good. If Emma Roberts is cast in the movie, I change my answer. She did it.
I really liked the Poirot movies, the last one. Why am I blanking on that?
Haunting of Venice?
Yes. Yeah. I really like that.
I never saw it, and I really wanted
So
to.
I think
really
it's
looking forward to
I do
that.
think it's my favorite of those three. Obviously horror themed and Halloween themed, so I'm going to lean into it hard. But Tina Fey did a great job in the Whodunit arc, let's say. I think Tina Fey would do a great job, especially with a Rian Johnson script as well. I would pluck that out and put that there.
I want everybody who's saying Hugh Grant to be right. I want to see him come back and then continue that arc.
Yeah,
this is a good pick.
Oh,
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence absolutely destroy that.
I would be very happy to see that. And Wiley's back with another super chat that I like. Sending in love for Cailee. She's my favorite actor right now.
Yeah.
She's pretty high up on my list right now, too. I mean, you just look at, she's got a really great filmography.
Like this year alone. Like if you look at just her year.
But her whole filmography.
Solid, yeah.
Like she breaks out via Pacific Rim Uprising, which even if you didn't love the movie, she's quite good in it. Yeah. But talk about taking that kind of instant notoriety and making the most out of it and carving a path that is filled with things that feel like perfect fits for you, that have some real texture and nuance and real range opportunities. Yeah. She is crushing it, and whoever is on her team, job well done. This is one heck of a lineup of films. Were there any other Knives Out? Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Basically anyone from Yellow Jackets. I do.
That is actually fair. Most of the Yellow Jackets cast.
Quite like that comment. They're filming right now, and it makes me so happy. So happy. More Cailee Spaeny love. I like the Craft remake. I didn't love it, but I liked it. You didn't?
I didn't.
Whatever.
That's fine.
Oh, here's another good casting bit for her. Who's she opposite again?
I didn't even see the first season of Beef.
Yeah,
I've got to.
Nat.
Why are you surprised that I haven't watched a television thing?
It's a fucking limited series, man. It's binge and
done. We go
done.
over this every week.
Well, I guess it's continuing, but different characters.
So we go over this every fucking.
God. Beef is so good, though.
I believe you. I'm not denying the Beef.
In February, it said Beef eyes Charles Melton, Cailee Spaeny, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Anne Hathaway. That's what the foursome was. Yeah, that'd be great cast if that all pans out. I love that idea.
Yeah,
Jillian Bell. I'll take Jillian Bell.
Yeah.
Sarah fucking Paulson. Yes.
Yeah.
Clearly, we need this franchise to continue forever.
Oh, just
and
for the casting possibilities alone.
But this, I think, is a sign of how special what he created is. That we all get so hyped and enthusiastic when they put together a
little Brian Tyree Henry in there, something like that.
I would like that.
I love Brian Tyree Henry. I think he would do well in that kind of as the panicked. I don't know why, but I go back to his Godzilla stuff. And something like the conspiracy theorists and stuff like that. I think he would do that well.
Now I'm trying to think of all my favorites that I want to.
Or I literally, I'm going to jump right to Winston Duke too. I think he would be really fun in that kind of role.
Mackenzie Davis. I think she would have a lot of fun. I just want Kelvin Harrison Jr. to get all the roles.
I'm going to probably pronounce the last name wrong.
Uh-oh.
Is it Emily Deutsch? Emily Deutsch?
Zoe Deutsch?
Wait, am I completely mixing two people?
Yeah, up? I think you are.
Maybe.
I would love to see Zoe Deutsch in any movie, really, but I think she would fit quite well in the Knives Out universe.
Yes. Wow.
She's great.
Holy shit. Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
So I love Zoe Deutsch. I think she is so funny and witty in everything she does, and she keeps up with that kind of she could keep tempo with a Rian Johnson script fucking easily.
Here's one for you. This is fun.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
I literally could sit here for a full hour fan casting a Knives Out movie with you guys.
Silly.
Yes. Mikey Madison.
Jennifer Tilly is man.
Haunted Autumn has another
Best
one.
Moriarty. Hell yeah.
Yep. Andrew Scott is so underappreciated. Best Ripley. Moriarty ever in the BBC Sherlock, All of Us Strangers, and Ripley. I have to binge Ripley still. Watch it. It's a masterpiece. Button seat for Knives Out 3 off this alone. Yep. Yeah. Right there with you. Haley Steinfeld.
I do love Haley.
Sanaa.
Yeah.
Fucking Rachel Sennett. Please. Mahala Harold.
Mm.
I need more Knives Out movies.
We're gonna get them. I mean, like that's the thing. This is although
I love Bodies.
It does seem like a while since the last one came out. Like I know it's only been a few years, but
not
like
last year, but the year before.
Was it 2 years ago at this point?
Because it was post lockdown.
It was post lockdown.
It was when I came back here.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe it was 3.
I'm going to say 3.
Alexander.
I was thinking
Dario's
Paul
a
Rudd.
great
So
pick.
here, I was thinking Paul Rudd before. I mean, Paul Rudd would have fun in any role.
Click
so
on
that,
Steve's just so it pops up.
Yeah.
I like that.
I loved Dario.
I like that. She's great.
She's great. Justice for Tiny Fences.
Who am I missing? I don't know.
Oh, so 2020.
Yeah,
it was.
It was
2022. Okay. Like again, it's not
it's
a long
pace.
time.
Good
Yeah,
pace. I'll take this pace.
That's actually fair.
I mean, everybody's expecting this to happen at some point. Another great pick.
Hilarious.
This is so much fun. I mean, we could sit here bringing up names for the rest of the night, but we're also going to leave it in your hands. If you want to ask random questions about literally anything,
AMA.
Now is the time. We've got about 20 minutes left. So 20 minutes of your questions.
I'm on my second high noon. I'm ready to answer some
Save
questions.
a little room for the good beer we're about to drink. I guess, I don't know why the fuck I just said that.
I haven't drank since Wednesday.
It really amazes me. It genuinely amazes me what you are able to consume and function with the next day.
I mean, I'm in pain, but
you're in pain?
Yeah, I just don't let people know. I'm like, hangovers hurt now. I'm 35. Like hangovers. How often do you think I drink?
Every day. Maybe without 2 days.
I'm lucky if I drink 2 days in a week.
What do you mean by drink? Like, do you mean
no, actually
drink all the drinks, or have
drink.
one casual drink?
Most weeks, I do not touch alcohol Sunday and through Thursday. You know that, right?
I kind of believe you.
And I might have 1 or 2 drinks on a Friday, and Saturday is my day I go out.
Okay.
That has been me for years.
Here's
I love how you just think I drink every minute of every day.
I think I do. I think you're just in film festival mode 24/7. I think that my body has adjusted to be able to better handle Blue Moon. I'll go.
You've adapted.
I'm dead serious though. I'll go out and have 1 or 2 beers at, let's say, a brewery, a real beer, a nice beer.
And then beer.
I'll wake up the next
big girl beer,
and then I'll wake up the next day.
You did the accent.
And I will feel super shitty. Let's say I had 1 beer that. Then I could go and drink 3 bottles of Blue Moon and I feel perfectly fucking fine the next day. Why?
But because that is a thing. You've drank nothing but Blue Moon for so long that your body.
That's not entirely true.
Your body's used to it. Your body's adapted to Blue Moon, Perry. If you had gills,
my body is Blue Moon. Actually.
Your body has adapted, but seriously though, it is a thing where your body it's not adapted to it. It's your body gets used to it. If you eat the same meal over and over and over again for years, your body is going to just basically assume that is your diet forever. And if you introduce something different into it, it's going to be unhappy. So it's the same thing as a beer. If you drink,
I am aware, says the creature of habit.
Right, exactly. So you've been drinking nothing but Blue Moon this entire time. So of course, when you introduce something different into your system, it's going to react much more. It's going to react viciously. Where I just fucking trash fire everything.
You do.
So my body doesn't know what's going on, so it's always on guard.
You ingest weird things.
Yeah, but that's what keeps it on its toes, and that's why we're always kind of just.
You also just said you feel like death the next day.
That's on a real heavy drinking night.
Okay, I'm glad we clarified all this.
Get out of here. But I can't. Oh my god! I haven't done 2 beers on a weeknight for years. I have not. Oh, I hate that shit.
I think
can't
I literally only drink when I see you. I'm just kidding.
I believe that.
And other people in our circle too. I just saw the one that I wanted to go back.
Yeah.
We don't know. Hopefully soon.
Oh God!
When does it come out? August?
Yeah, it's August. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to see it until the week before. That's when the usual all media screenings are.
I really hope I'm saying I see it sooner than that, because I'm gonna be real mad if I don't get to do interviews.
If you get a premiere,
I'll be so sad if I don't do interviews for that movie.
I'm coming to the premiere with
you. I'll be so sad. The movies that I want to do interviews for most through the end of the year are Twisters Alien Romulus,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, and Wicked. There's so many movies. I just want those press days for me. Can I be greedy? I just want them for me.
I mean, you're going to. You get every press day.
That's not true.
Oh, that's fair.
That's not true.
That's fair. That's fair.
I would like them very much, though. I'm very passionate about them.
Yeah.
Did you see anything else that I missed?
Not yet. I think we can do the.
Okay.
I think we can start with the.
Yeah, it's legit.
Oh, it's hell yeah, legit.
Big time legit.
We have backed ourselves into a corner, and we have to figure out how to get out of it. And what, like, it's the nature of it being so random, I guess, at this point. Like, we can't really put a finger on the pulse of exactly why some movies fail and some don't. We can try our best. Like, I just saw an article saying, like, we shouldn't worry. It was so funny because, I'm sorry, I'm going to call it a Collider article, but it's not that it was poorly written. Not about that.
Okay.
But literally, a Collider article came out that said, don't worry about the bad box office of Furiosa because of all these reasons. And the minute that article came out, the Deadline article or whatever article came out that's like, yeah,
Panic?
The next Mad Max movie is now on hold because of the box office.
Oh,
like,
no, of course.
That
doesn't surprise me.
I think we are in panic mode. I don't think we should just be like, listen, it's just the way it is. Because like years ago, sure, when things would come up and down, that's one thing. But the ecosystem we have right now for our industry is just volatile as hell. We don't know what streaming is doing to it. We don't know what prices are doing to it. So like, it is panic time. It is.
This is different than like back in the day when, like, I don't know, like TVs were introduced, and what are the TVs gonna do to the movie theaters? I don't know.
I like your old timey voice.
I just did that.
What are theaters doing to the old?
This is
because you're doing has been Alistair's voice. You just went to Alistair.
The show has scrambled my brain. Sorry. I'm obsessed with it. I still can't stop listening to it. But I do think that the changes that we're experiencing right now are different, because I think there is a total reshaping of distribution, not just distribution models, but also consumer habits. And we're hitting a point where a significant amount of people who would go to the theaters have never lived a day of their lives without a screen in front of their face. And they have just grown up ingesting movies and television in a completely different way. Like there is a seismic shift on the horizon, and that shift could heavily impact the future of theaters, I think. Yeah.
And this comment is valid. There's always panicking. There's always doomsaying. Like, I do agree with that to a degree, but right now is such a different time, and I think it's unprecedented that most other periods have ever had to butt against, because TV versus theaters, that's one thing. But now we are in a time where it's theaters versus prices versus dog shit upkeep of the theaters versus streaming versus maybe streaming dies versus maybe what is going on right now is so many different variables that no one knows of. And there is no clear path where our entire industry goes from this point. Like that is us as journalists. That is actually like filmmakers. That is everything. Like, there are so many threats that have never been introduced to our industry to this point. Yeah. And they're all happening at the same time. So like, I'm not saying it's the end of the fucking world, but I am saying there's a lot more stress on this industry than it's ever had to deal with.
Could be the end of the world.
Like, the industry can only take so much. Like, it's going to break at some point. And like, I don't know what that looks like.
Tis alarming.
It's not knowing. That's the thing. We've always been able to see this is the outcome, or this is the outcome. But now there's just basically like a scatter shot. It could be all of these, and I don't fucking know.
Of course, I would never say no if I got to do Deadpool Wolverine interviews, but like, I'm specifically like listing like my tippy top tier, the things, because like all those movies that I named have been instrumental to shaping, and the Broadway show, shaping the consumer I am, the storytelling lover that I am. So they are very important to me.
We should just read this one.
Yes.
Because we're going to talk about it.
Okay, random question. Holy Grail interview for you both. Thanks so much for everything you both do for film and film criticism. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
If you have it off the top of your head, go.
Nev Campbell, 80s Night.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's never going to happen. I feel like it's never going to happen.
Because I got Don Mancini. I did. Like, I'm just going in my head of like the dream ones that like I had. Fuck. I always hate these like being put on the spot immediately for this. I mean, for me, a Samuel Jackson interview is still top.
He's so cool.
That's the thing. I've gotten like close. I've interviewed movies that he's been in, and I never got Sam. So I think Jackson is still my number one. I have crossed off some of mine though. Like I crossed off weird ones. Like I was a Reno 911 fan forever, and I got Ben Garant and Lennon and stuff like that. So like I've been slowly going down people that I really wanted to.
I can never forget my first Sam Jackson interview.
Well, of course.
I was
going to say I hope you never forget it.
And then also pinned on my TikTok profile is one of my favorite Sam Jackson clips ever from one of my interviews. I like him a lot.
Sam Jackson.
I'm a big fan.
Like I was saying, like it would have been Barbara Crampton at one point, but like now I drink with Barbara, so like it's different. Like it's just gone.
She's the coolest. She's just the coolest.
Yeah, I'm gonna Sam Jackson. I think that's literally my like pie
I
in the
would
sky.
really like a long form interview with Laura Dern.
Oh,
I've spoken to Laura Dern for like little itty bitty 4-minute slots. I'd like a long interview with her.
You know what? Somebody that I would love to interview is Mads Mikkelsen. Every time I see an interview with him, that dude is just like slamming a vodka and just having a good time. And like, I don't really want to interview them. I just want to have a beer and talk. I just want to, that's the thing.
I would like to have a beer and talk with people I admire, but I think if I did that, I'd be sad that I didn't do like my usual interview because I want to know the answers to all those
I still am baffled by your I can't have a drink while like I am is how I interview. An interview should be just a beer and a talk to be in my mind.
You can also have a sober talk.
Yeah, but like that one beer just like breaks the walls down. I love that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I like how my analytical brain works.
My analytical brain works even better.
Fog. Did we miss Soupies?
No, we got one more there. I'm just looking at what else is there. We can do that. That's fine. This is an easy one.
Kay says, would you like to see more shorts from Jurassic franchise like Battle at Big Rock? Seems like Jurassic World is the healthiest franchise.
I want more shorts. We talked about this. The shorts are what's really engaging right now because you could do those little bite-sized ideas. Like Big Rock was so cool to see that work there.
I think it's less about me wanting more shorts though, and me just wanting more stories like Battle at Big Rock. Like I feel like Battle at Big Rock could have sustained its own feature film.
Oh, 100%.
If you wrote out that group of characters. So I think it's more that I want stories like that one.
Yeah, again, same answer. I love Battle of Big Rock. So like if you're doing that, if the only way we can get those kind of stories is in short form and just in little gasps, that's fine. But like I would like to see them take that approach to an actual film. So same. There was another one that was okay.
Go for it. I don't know. That was okay. Are there ones that aren't okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. No, they're all fine. We have a good chat here.
We have a good group. Pretty much always.
Oh, that's actually a curious one. I do want to answer that one.
Which do y'all think is the best and the least best streaming service? It's a good question.
That's why I picked it because like I'm actually thinking about it.
The least best streaming service or the least best streaming service app are ones that trick me into downloading their fucking content to take on an airplane, and then when I open up the app on the airplane, it's like the downloaded content just vanished.
It's gone.
Fuck that. It makes me so mad. It makes me. If you are getting on a long ass flight and you took the time to download your shit and you're excited, and then all of a sudden you have nothing, that's fucked up. I think Max is probably the biggest offender with that, but I also like a lot of their content.
I was gonna here's my thing. It's so weird that I know at certain times I use certain apps.
That made me sweat.
So for lunch, Hulu is my favorite because Hulu is no, I'm serious because Hulu has a lot of good, like all these like old school, whatever, like all these older shows, and they do more like television content. So for lunch, I like to put an episode of something on.
Yeah.
But like if it's at night, I'm always probably going to actually go to Max more than I thought I would.
What's the GOAT on? You busy watching the GOAT at night?
Prime. I haven't watched more of the GOAT yet.
Stinky episode that was.
That was a stinky episode.
Dude,
I wanted to be better.
You just like were a total bust that night with watching suggestions.
But no, I think like functionality wise, Max is the worst. I'm confident with that functionality wise. I know there's stuff on there that I like. I'm a big like cooking show fan, so that is where Food Network went. So that is where they are a lot for me. But functionality, that Netflix still for me is like the best functionality user face.
Netflix and Prime, I think, are my favorite.
Yeah,
my favorite in judging functionality and also content. I feel like I do go there the most.
Netflix not as much for content, weirdly enough. Because
Cobra Kai.
I agree, but like for what I'm looking for, it's more Underdog Tubi.
Cobra Kai, Big Mouth,
Underdog,
Baby
Tubi.
Reindeer,
Tubi Underdog.
Wait, what? Oh,
Tubi Underdog.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Has great catalogs.
I'll give you that.
I can sit through the commercials. I'm okay with that. Like, but yeah, I don't know. It's a real crapshoot because I can find a time and a place for every single one of them. Well, I mean, Shudder, 100%. Yeah, sorry. Like, if we're talking about
big
like
Shudder fans,
more niche.
I think Shudder gives you one of like the biggest bangs for your buck.
$6.99.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the best values out there, especially if you are a frequent horror consumer. Like, you're basically guaranteed to get good old stuff and good new stuff and content that is curated by people who love the genre just as much as you do. I can't recommend Shudder.
Actually, I use Disney the least. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't use Disney very much.
Disney, again, that's just for like what we're having
can't
to work
shame
on
Disney
and stuff.
Plus though, because my niece and nephews use that the most. What do you have more faith in, the future of Star Wars or Gunn's DCU? That's a good question right now.
That's a fair question right now.
People are so mad that I like Acolyte. Like, ooh, you love everything. Of course you love Acolyte.
People are going to be mad at anything.
So I get really mad when people are like, ooh, you like everything that Star Wars does. Because my knee-jerk reaction is, well, did you see my Ahsoka reaction? Like, I didn't like Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But then I get mad at myself for wanting to respond to that. I'm like, why do I have to justify the validity of my positive response by reminding you that I didn't like that? So I don't do it. Like, clearly now I just did it, but I didn't do it on Twitter.
Trolls.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
We don't feed the trolls.
Frustrating. But I am a big James Gunn fan. I like his work. I trust his vision. But also, I just really like what I have seen of Acolyte thus far. So the fact that both have positive things gives me hope for both.
Nice. I think it's Gunn's DCU. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a huge Gunn supporter. What he did for Guardians became my favorite trilogy of that entire MCU, and like they're 3 of my favorite films in that MCU. So it's hard to not have faith for what he can do in the DCU because it was down at such a low point. And if someone could salvage that and like really like give the characters who are undersung their time in the limelight, like, yeah, I think it's gotta be James Gunn. And maybe that's by virtue like me being more of a superhero James Gunn fan than I am like a Star Wars fan. Like I totally acknowledge
really
that.
Love Star Wars.
Yeah, like no, you're way more the Star Wars fan.
Star
So like
Wars.
that's absolutely there. But I think with what we're gonna bring up, and like even like going back on something like Brightburn, and like seeing Gunn's approach to certain type of storytelling, I feel like
he didn't direct that though.
No, he didn't. Yeah, correct. But like him bringing that into the world and like being a part of it, I feel like the closest we're ever gonna get to like a real down and dirty superhero horror movie is gonna be, I mean, aside from Brightburn and stuff, is gonna be like in the DCU. I feel like Gunn will find a way to make that happen where the MCU hasn't, and I'm drawn to ideas like that. I'm gonna be there for what Gunn does, and I think he's gonna take some risks, and I think some will pay off, and I think some won't.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of filmmaking I'm here for.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick maybe 1 or 2 more before we go?
Yeah, there were a few. Yeah.
Eat the din-dins.
I saw crap. Where'd it go?
Surprised you didn't pick Last Meal.
Oh, I was looking for that. Did I pass it?
Yeah. I thought you were going to go straight for
that.
Yeah,
no, I was going for that.
It's food related.
Oh, boy. Oh, like I'm going to die.
I think that no matter what I'm in the mood for, I think the consistent answer would be a cheese pizza just for me. Like a whole fucking big ass.
But like
New
what?
York.
So New York. I was going to say
New York style.
So New York style cheese
I think that would probably. You know what I keep getting in TikTok all the time? And we talked about this. I can't stop getting videos of people eating like the full slate of crumble cookies.
Oh, it's fucking insane. They're like 800 calories each.
So many questions. How are those people still standing? Do they eat other food the rest of the day?
Probably
Are they
not.
just violently nauseous the rest of the day?
I don't.
It's just like so, like, I love sweets.
Yeah,
I love cookies.
I have no answer.
That is so much cookie to eat in one sitting. Unless they're tricking me with the video, like maybe they're just eating one at a time.
You know, there's that TikTok influencer who does fake it, and she's like, her name is Baby something.
I wouldn't judge them if they fake it.
What she does is like what I eat in a day, and it'll be like 7 donuts like for breakfast, and all she does is take like a bite.
That's different if you're lying. If you're doing like what I eat in a day and you're bullshitting, don't do that. But if you're like, I don't know, trying to like function while you make your TikTok food videos, I understand if you have to eat 1 crumble cookie a day. Last
meal would be like I love food. You know this. So like, this is so fucking hard for me. Meal itself would be my family's like the way my family makes this eggplant parm dish, which is just, it has been comfort for my entire life, and it is delicious, and it's what I fucking love. So like that would be that. Appetizer would be like a smattering of like fried calamari.
Oh, we're going like
and some other things.
We're going full courses with yours.
I would have a Brooklyn Brewery Sriracha Ace beer. That would absolutely be there. And dessert would be something super fucking indulgent. Honestly, so our last Vegas trip, we went to Roy Choi's best friend, and it basically is like LA Korean fusion. It's fucking delicious, and he makes a date cake, which was probably one of the best desserts I've ever had.
A what cake? A date cake?
So it's exactly what it sounds like. So like,
yeah,
but it is one of the sweetest things in a good way that I've like indulgence. Like
you remember when we shot Child Eater in 2014, and Erlinger's friend was the caterer.
Yeah.
The one thing that like really almost did me in, all of his food was great. Like I was eating more variety on that shoot than ever, not just because like I had to eat what he served, but because I was genuinely liking everything he was making. He would frequently make date bread.
Oh hell yeah!
And I mean, it was essentially like a brownie.
It's so
good. I would eat so much of it. It was so good.
Also, there's just this burger I used to get in Brooklyn. That was just the best burger I ever had. Like I just have so many vivid memories of like my favorite dish. Yeah. My last meal would just be a bite of everything. Like it'd be impossible.
I respect that. All right, with that, let's go eat dinner.
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
What would you like to promote before we say goodbye?
You can follow me at Donato Bomb on Twitter, Letterboxd, Instagram, TikTok. If there's a social media platform, I'm probably on it at DONATOBOMB. You should also follow my podcast and website. It is called Certified Forgotten. We review horror movies with 10 or less critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So if you're looking for titles in the horror sphere that you probably haven't heard of, come listen to our podcast, and we will have brilliant guests explain why you should watch their movie. That's it.
I'm just realizing I've been sitting here in my Talk to Me t-shirt with the Talk to Me hand growing out of my head the whole episode. That's where we are today. I will say there is no new episode of Collider Ladies Night because I did a whole bunch of press day interviews. So go back and watch the Has Been Hotel Ladies Nights with Vivian Madrano and Erica Henningsen. They're both great because the two of them are just utterly delightful. And keep an eye out for the one coming out next weekend, which is Adria Arjona for Hitman. And I love Hitman. Please prioritize seeing that. And you know, it's to the point, I don't care where you see it. Just make sure you watch it, whether it's in theaters or on Netflix. It's so, so good. She's really good in it. And I hope people respect how like nuanced in particular that kind of performance has to be to work. So I thought she was exceptional in it. And obviously we talk a little Andor, talks about Pacific Rim Uprising actually, and a couple of other things. So I'm very excited to share that with you soon. Yeah. But in the meantime, go watch everything else on Collider Ladies Night. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye. Let's go eat dinner.
Yeah,
bye-bye. Done. Goodbye.